Billy Eichner. Billy Eichner. Billy on the street. Billy on the street. We love him. I love Billy Eichner. He's great. And this new take that he has on one of his peers, Dave Chappelle, will not stop me from liking Billy Eichner. I love him on Parks and Recreation. Big fan of Ron Swanson, even though the character is super conservative. It's funny. It's really funny. To be honest, conservatives, if you're hardcore conservative anyway, you're pretty funny. But he has a new special that brings out all the big guns, by the way, especially if you're in the LGBTQIA plus. I don't mind. My producer doesn't like it. No, I'm joking. I know it's hard. It's hard. It's a mouthful, a lot of letters and acronyms. But as we were talking pre-show, it's just a lot of change. And I agree with Chappelle too. I've even said it myself in my personal life, where I'm like, damn, you guys got rights a whole lot quicker than the people in my communities. And it's true. It's true. But sometimes that happens. And I can't hate on another person's pocket just because their pocket is fatter. And it doesn't matter if it's like a minority community. And to be honest, that just puts each other, like when we're counting each other's chips like that, I'm not saying white males or cis males are like the enemy of everyone, but whoever is the enemy, that's a great way to divide us. So with comedy should unite us. Whether it's my producer and his show, the Wiggest podcast, or other things that we do, Howard Stern, again, Dave Chappelle, controversial comedians, Robin Williams, George Carlin, Red Fox, Richard Pryor. All of these people have made fun of the trans community, first of all. Eddie Murphy is notorious for not being allowed into San Francisco for a long time, even in his comedy special, even in, what was it called? Raw. Was it Raw? No, or Delirious. One of those. The second one where he was talking about being pulled over, like, pull over. And, and you had, the gays were coming after him heavy. Not that many of them are, well, as far as gays are concerned, or as far as the gay community, yes, there's a lot of them. And obviously there's more that don't even identify. So there's a shit ton. They've always been around in history. It's just that there's never been a time where they've been more free, to be honest. And good for them. Good for them. But I don't agree with Billy Eichner saying the punch down. So punching down is when you have a group of people and they're down on their luck, and a lot of people are persecuting them. And so depending on who you ask, because I'm not saying that gays have it like the best, because we even talked the pre-show, that community is still discriminated on heavily. And even trans people are dying at an alarming rate. So I agree in a sense with Billy that, like, some subjects, not that they should be off topic, it's just that you have to be very delicate. And that's why comedians are so beloved, because they're so smart at doing that. And I feel like Dave Chappelle did that. I feel like Chris Rock has done that, even with the alopecia. That's sensitive too. Jada Pinkett, a lot. That you got, like, not, that's why those type of jokes take craft, because otherwise they're just mean-spirited. They're just mean-spirited. So to get back to the point, Billy Eichner has a new special where he's bringing out a lot of his people from the community, and it's called Stand Out. And it's got Eddie Izzard, Wanda Sykes, where she has a pronoun bit. I saw that on Instagram recently. Margaret Cho, legend. Patty Harrison, all good. So Billy Eichner is saying that Dave Chappelle is punching down. He shouldn't be, while this community is being persecuted, he shouldn't be the one, feeding and at the expenditure of that community. He shouldn't be the one eating off of the jokes of that community. And there's a lot of people who feel that way. And there's a lot of people that stood up for Dave Chappelle, including Ricky Gervais, including Ted from the CEO. Sorry, I forgot his last name, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself. But he stood by him the whole time as an executive, and rightfully so, because freedom of speech is important. I'm not saying that, like, you should be like, go lynch this person and go put them on the freaking QVC network. I'm not saying like somebody anti-Semite. We talked about this pre-show too. You don't always have to give the platform to the person for free speech. But as far as, understand, like, as far as comedy goes, I think that should be one of the areas, especially where we have censorship everywhere. Comedians are the ones that usually have the authority and the creative license to tell us the truth. And I don't think Billy's hurting that. As a matter of fact, I think Dave is hurting that a little bit, even though I love his comedy. But I think Billy is wrong where we should all be able to joke on each other. So as far as punching down, again, we talked about his pre-show. Comedy Central and Dave Chappelle talked about his bit was totally fine with him saying the N-word, totally fine with the racial bits, the Ku Klux Klan, the Clayton Bigsby, playing on stereotypes, Tyrone being a crackhead and all that. Totally fine with that. But the gay community right now, especially in entertainment, there's a lot of people working in those, and I'm not trying to trope it out. Sorry, I know it sounds like, the Jewish people are working in entertainment. No, but there are a lot of people in it. If you haven't noticed the programming, even on Netflix, very queer focused, it's their time. It's their time. That happens. So you're going to have a little bit of rawness, and you're going to have the pendulum swinging in that direction every once in a while. And you have to be more careful if you're not on that side. And that's fine. Just like the Me Too movement, you're not going to get away with good game, Molly, patting her on the ass. Those days are done. And you have to get over that, Harvey. You got to get over that, Harvey Weinstein. So, Billy, if I see you on the streets, I'm going to give you a dap. I still love you.